Ba 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 ba. Good morning, everyone. It's Sparks here, back for more FF14. Last time around, we did our first dungeon of this run, and we're going to go on to the next one in just a moment. So let's get into it. Your Arbor is now, I take it. Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Borlode has already informed you, but your task is to enter Deepcroft and purge of the Lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the Calamity, put an end to the Sixth Astral Era. The cultists took the lesson from Dalamud over their god, believing they would deliver them from the devastation, and so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, served only stoke the flames of their fanaticism. Those of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say, everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior. It's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Oh! Whatever it is they're doing in Deepcroft, we may show that no good will come of it. The sake of Danya and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. Oh. This will be fun. We are once again going to enter it with a party of NPCs. There are no alternative members, so I'll have to go with what I've got. So I've got a Conjurer, a Thaumaturge, and a Lancer. But I will be the tank. Which should be fun. Because I'm traveling with NPCs, I'm going to take my time with this, as I have no idea how good or bad they're going to be. Right, reminder to self, always use the crowd control. I'm actually gonna, I'm not gonna go wall to wall, I don't think. But I might try and see if I can get two groups together. The other benefit of doing it with NPCs is that if I want to explore and see where the map will take me, I can. I need to update the things to say, to be more specific about, I think, about the fact that if you try and sell shit on my channel without asking permission, you're just gonna get blocked. Like, this is our mini boss. Because from what I remember of this dungeon, it doesn't really have your standard boss fights. Still get the experience for it. Oh look, you got the plundered gauntlets, which are part of the tank set. The more pieces I get, the better. Okay, I'm gonna go try and see what happens if I do try and pull two groups together. If the NPC can even handle it. Because the big problem with any sort of attempt to do this is that if the NPC can't handle me doing it, it's not going to work. Galvanath the Dominator. Wait. That sounds like the name of the final boss of this dungeon. Well, not even final. The only true boss that this dungeon has. Yeah, it's not gonna give us that one. The Acolyte skirt. You know, I said AI there because I'm thinking about the fact that I really do need to actually be very specific about the whole. When you try and sell bots, like the AI streaming bots on my channel, I will just straight up ban it. I don't want it. As far as I'm concerned, if you can't get enough viewers on your own merit, then you don't deserve to be affiliated. I don't care if I never do get to be affiliated status. That is actually, I am fine with the AI doing that for the conquer. Like, this is actually an alright use of AI. Having them run the NPCs. But the thing is, this isn't generative AI, somebody has to program it. But using it to stand in for people just doesn't feel right. Right? If I do get a full plunder set, I might consider if I do end up glamoring anything, it's gonna be full set from here. I might make custom ones using bits and pieces from different sets. I think generally it's going to be a case of doing it with one set. Just making sure I don't miss anything. Because some of these early dungeons have offshoot paths that are entirely optional. Now these offshoot paths can be worthwhile as they'll often contain treasure that you wouldn't otherwise be able to get. In the case of one dungeon, I know that there is an entire, you can skip entire fights if you bother to do everything correctly. I'll be happy when I get more skills. Which reminds me. Plundered cane, we already possess one. I do hate that when a chest contains something that we already have. Like, I know that happens realistically because there's a limit to, how many, what's the word? So, no. That happens because it rolls from the entire pool of things that can be obtained, whereas the one at the end just rolls from what's available to your class. Just making sure they're following. Okay. Yeah, we've explored everything except the big altar. Let's get rid of this ceiling barrier. Why they weren't targeting me there. I'm pretty sure I could hit them with a attack. But maybe I didn't. Optimal was the unforgiving. I do wonder about some of the offshoots. Then on to very camera with alter to down the dominator. Sticking with point yet. Yep. Foe strikers tabard. The path rises, and the big orb up there transforms to who summons me from the void to reside within this crude vessel. You seem surprised, you do not cross our gate in search of blood. Come hither, children of the dawn, the undying master will drink deep tonight. That body can be so defiled. It's unforgivable. Goodbye, void sent. Yay. Ooh, hello. The chest contains gladiator plundered arms. Minus the helmet. That's a nice set. Wait. Yep. Yay. The only reason the helmet isn't nice is because of the fact that I still can get extra XP for not wearing it. Nope, I don't want to go Limsa right now. I don't feel like spending money buying a teleport. So, especially when our destination is just over there, we can walk. I'll be happy when we get access to mounts, but I'm pretty sure that's still a bit away. I am pleased by how they've upgraded the glamour system over the years. While they aren't, well, it's still not perfect, as they really need to do what's like DC Universe Online or Guild Wars 2 or honestly probably a bunch of different games have done. And just have it that every item piece has a style assigned to it. And whenever you equip that style for the first time, it gets logged. And then once you complete your log, that's it. You're done. Because that would be the best way. I think it is the best way of possibly handling that particular thing. But yeah, that's 2 dungeons. And we've gained access to Duty Roulette, which is which makes it really easy to level up because you get bonus XP for doing it. And you should do it at least once every day. It only includes ones that we've already done, so I'm not going to do it right now, but after the stream's over, I'll probably quickly do it if I can, if I have time. Because I need to shower and get ready for work. Was going to have a day off today, but asked if I could come in and cover for somebody who needs to go visit their doctor. Because they've had a weird allergic reaction and they want to make sure that it's not something more serious. They think it's an allergic reaction, but it could be something else. Welcome back, Arbert. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the deep crop was a success. I don't expect anything less. Battleron reading endorsement left me in a little doubt of your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Beau Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions. We are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunities for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences, as if to illustrate the point. There's gone. It's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Ah, to the hells with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving. It'll be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing. You couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. And by the way, with some parting advice, get rid of Era's head. Bury it, cremate it. Do whatever the hells you like with it, but for God's sake, stop carrying it around. Just get rid of it, alright? Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry, Avera. Please forgive me. Well, scenes like this have become all too common. That makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventures of your experience. I can send men like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I will entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Old Dahl. She seeks services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word, and I will be glad to share the details with you. Ooh, I should have switched classes before I finished that. Oh well. The next one is Lancer. Oops. Or, I gotta switch to Pugilist, because then I can do 3 that are in Omdahl. So you're now averse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request was from the Adventurers Guild of Omdahl. Once you arrive, seek out Bomodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultan's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the mists of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Off you go, Arbor, and good luck. Before we do that, I do have one thing I want to take care of. Because disciplines of land, I've leveled up botanist enough. We can do the next quest for botanist. Speaking of which, just was checking about the gear. I'm trying to upgrade my gear for all these classes, but it can be hard. Arbart, you couldn't have come at a more opportune time. I have a favor to ask of you. We have just received a request from the Order of Twin Adder. They ask that we supply them with 10 crow's feathers as soon as possible. Crows often leave behind feathers when they perch, which can be used to make arms and armor. Requests for the items have been coming in with increasing rate. The situation must be grim indeed. They would not do to keep the defenders of our nation waiting. I would be most glad if you would fill this order. Crow feathers can be found in abundance in areas south of Gilbert's Spire. Once you have procured 10, probably deliver them to Sicily. I've given her charge over our stores. My thanks in advance. Okay. So, crow's feathers is what we're after, which are found in Green Tier, which is the place that I have a flag marker on, conveniently. Well, once we complete this, we'll gain access to another method of collecting resources, which I will be using quite effectively when I actually get it. Right now, the main reason why I'm not doing this one excessively is because I want to unlock the other. I want to unlock retainers before I commit to this. There we go. I should have enough now. Right. Yep. Crow feather fully obtained. Right, back to Britannia to turn these in and finish the quest. Which I think is a level 10 quest. It is. Good. Depends on the feather. Okay, that's actually kind of a cute name for a quest. I do like how they name quests in this game. They are good about picking names that fit. Alright, Sicily. You're helping us out again? My thanks, friend. In case you've forgotten, the crow's fest can be found in the area south of Gilbert's Spire. There you go. Ah, the crow's feathers. You have my thanks. Doubtless you already know this from Fucha, but it's the order of the Twin Adder that requested the feathers. If I heard it true, they're in the midst of preparing for war against the XIV. The crow's feathers are needed to make arms and armor. Feathered harpoons, plumed Eucrops, and the like. It's a fine feeling being able to do our part, aid those men and women in our nation. But to need such a large stockpile of feathers gives me pause to imagine the bloodshed that lies ahead. Which ones would ever know true peace? But there I go again with my wistful ramblings. Feel free to ignore me. Before I forget, Fufucha asked me to give you something on her behalf. A scythe. A scythe is what we call a secondary tool. Used in your offhand, it allows you to harvest from lush vegetation in addition to the mature trees you already know so well. But Fufucha has seen fit to make you this gift has proved positive in your progression. You're no longer a novice, my friend. I sir you're ready to try active field craft leaves. Perhaps you can take on grand company work. But first I recommend you head into the woods and find some lush vegetation that do scythe. Off you go now. Come back when you're ready to take on better tasks for the guild. Item comparison. Yeah, these are actually, while they don't offer as much defense, they do offer better, they're better for the class. I think. Yeah. There we go. That's that done. Now, brain, why do you do this to me? Let's switch to Pugilist and fast travel to teleport to Olda using an Etherite ticket. Okay. Ugh. I think I'll probably go until we unlock retainers. Once we unlock retainers, I think that's a good place to stop for a bit. Hello? What's this? A well-heeled youth on Emerald appears to have been the beneficiary of some good fortune. It may not be worth sharing it. Do be careful with those. Break anything, else you'll be forced to deduct it from your salary. Beg pardon, what is my loyal manservant carrying? Why, a not-so-small fortune in prizes, ably won by yours truly in the gold saucer. You have heard of the gold saucer, nay? Gads, man, you might at least try to keep up with the times. It's only the Sultanate's newest and finest place of entertainment. Thrill to the sight of majestic birds roaring down the straits and chocobo races. Pit your wits against your peers at triple triad tables. At the gold saucer, one can do all this and more. If you know what you're doing, you'll walk out a wealthier man than you entered. If there's a better place to shake off one's cares after a grueling day of promenading, I've never heard of it. Did I mention that the female attendants are particularly easy on the eye? Wink, wink. Ugh, straight people. But I dare say you'd rather discover them for yourself. Yes, I'll wager you're wondering just how in Thal's good name you can experience the wonders of the gold saucer firsthand. Am I right or am I right? I thought as much. Well, since this has been my lucky day, I don't see why it shouldn't be yours too. I just so happen to have a spare golden airship ticket, you see. Consider it a gift from one eligible young man about town to another. Just a ticket to the lovely girl in the uniform over at the landing, and you'll have a seat on the next airship bound for revelry and riches. Be fairly warned, though, you may expect no mercy from me should I pass across a triple triad table. Nay, not so much as an alms. Okay. So that is something useful, and I will probably end up doing it a bit later. But first, let's do the dungeon. Because once I unlock retainers, I'll be able to store gear, and that will be useful until I gain the ability to desynthesize stuff that I don't want to hold on to. Welcome to the quicksand. Fred, I'm a tad busy right now, if you wouldn't mind showing yourself to. Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale. Are you called Arbor Zen by any chance? Neolian sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. Ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to me, my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started. So let's stop business, shall we? The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. God almighty, another second under that sun and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Excellent timing, Papashan. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. So this strapping young lad is the much-lauded adventurer, is he? Marvelous, marvelous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, good sir. I am Papashan, formerly of the Sultan's Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Mayhap you'd like to apprise Arbor of his mission? Yes, of course. The petitioner in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine, Amalgina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development in Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Hecatonkers, fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activity on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, my lady. The people of that age used the Hecatonkers to work their mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. Desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecatonkers, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was the Great Giant Revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed giants. God, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copper Bell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is a task which we would have you undertake. On our time, the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Gods bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copper Bell Mine are in western Thanalan. You take care, you hear? One last thing before you depart. An employee of Amalgina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. Bell's name is Painted Meta, and he knows Copper Bell Mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Painted Mesa? Looking for Painted Mesa, you found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copper Bell, are you? You've got guts, mate. I just hope you've got skills to go with them. Because things ain't pretty down there. The Hecatonkers left the place in a right state, and nearly a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copper Bell was old when the second old dynasty was still young. It was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the building effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in a company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches keep him watch over the entrance in case the giants fancies on sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation resting on you, friend. Best of luck. Okay. Well, let's go to Copper Bell Mine and do this mission. Let's see. Where is it again? Center or western? Western. It's near horizon. Sorry, I thought I saw somebody who was emulating the Levia twins, but just a white cat. I just want to look at my classes. With both Gladiator and Thaumaturge at level 20, we can do the level 20 quest. For both, and if we get Pugilist to the same level, then I could do all 3, which I think I would like to do. So, yeah, because we're in Ul'dah. And then I can use Roulette to level up the others. Starting with Lancer. Because I only need to get them each to level 20 to be ready for the next dungeon. So level 19 is where we hit the limit on this one. And yeah, early dungeons, it's really easy to go up several levels doing them. Especially if there's a good disparity between your lowest level class and your highest level, which we got level 22 as the highest, so. There's been an incident inside Copper Bell Mines. We are here to ensure that its effects are contained. But for your own sake, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the Hecatonkers? I didn't think that Papashan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can and enter at will. Alright, let's go do this. We're entering as a pugilist. We're going to have a thaumaturge, a conjurer, and a marauder with us. So, let's do it! It's going to go slow because we're with NPCs who won't rush to gather groups, but it'll be fine. You know, the way it sweeps through kind of reminds me of the sweeping camera used whenever they enter Sector 5 in Code Lyoko. Keep the map open in case we miss anything. But first, tiny key, which we use to open the sealed blasting door. And I'm supposing the NPCs just teleport to join me. Figured they would. You know, I do think it's a shame that standard enemies in dungeons don't give you XP. I know you get loads for the bosses, but it seems like kind of a waste. Especially when there are optional fights, because if you're gaining XP for every enemy you fought, you feel less inclined to skip fights. Okay. What even is the point of this room if there's not a chest or anything of value? Well, doesn't matter. We'll move on. Take it on through. I know that they're meant to be inspired off of the Greek monster of the same name, but the Greek monster had like 100 hands, 50 faces. These things are decidedly less fantastical. Yeah, this definitely goes faster when you're the tank in an NPC, help with a group of NPCs. Because you can pull all the small groups together in order to make them fight. At least this dungeon has proper bosses. So I think this dungeon did get a bit of an overhaul when they went and were incorporating NPCs into it. Yeah, like they put the fire sand together here. Whereas originally it was a bit more spread out, and you had to kill certain... I think you have to kill certain enemies. Oh, right. Not sure why they decided to add more, but whatever. Yeah, like, originally, from what I recall, this guy didn't spawn until you killed a certain number. Make ready, everyone. Yep, this is where you learn about tank busters. Good, they actually simplified the dungeon a bit. And also, yeah, I don't remember Tank Busters originally having a marker explicitly denoting the word Tank Buster. Yeah, later, I mean, it's good and bad. The good news is you are always guaranteed to get at least one item with every run. And why is that one not equipped? It's inherently better than the brass gorget in multiple ways. Okay. Weird. It matters little to me. Pull the lever, Kronk. Wrong lever. Oh, barely dropped faster. But oh well. Let's go left first. I know this one was acquired at a higher level. But it's the one that requires... It doesn't require us to build up a resource first. Yeah, Foe Striker's Myths. Yay, one step closer to having a full set of Foe Striker gear. Can't wait to make a glamour set out of it. Mainly because it's more colorful than the set I currently have equipped. Alright, let's prime the powder. And big boom time. Ooh, look, even more fire sound. Yeah, they turned this one into more of an arena-sized thing. I remember it being like that originally. That they altered the way classes work to make it more like the lower levels, more like the higher levels. Ooh, it gets smaller every time it does that. Realize the break isn't on this thing, and I am going to incorporate it that way. Ah, we already have that. Oh well. Wah! We should stop giving me stuff we already have. Okay, hold on. I want to see if there's treasure down this path. It feels weird if there's not. There isn't. Okay, weird if this path even exists. I can lure them in. And then have the count take them off my hands. Yep. So, it is possible. Definitely easier if I'm a tank myself, because I can more together. Hecatonker brings me that whole different. I remember that distinctly, because it's like, wow. That wall is too conspicuous, interactable. Alright. Oh, the Acolyte's robe. Good. And boss fight. Slaves no more! Free! Free! So the fact that we're putting down a slave revolt is kind of great. Master must pay. Masters must die. Never again. Never. At last, their leader shows himself. Ooh. I love that we're getting different types of AoEs in this one. Ow. Shouldn't have tried to go in. It's fine. I turn on percentages for enemy health. Shouldn't try and do that during the fight. After the fight, we'll look at it and see how it works. Now it seems like it doesn't have a dead. Yay! And defeated. You know, it does feel weird that they all seem to break apart in ether when you kill them, but human bodies and some other sentient creatures don't. UI settings. HUD. What am I looking for? No, that's not what I want. Okay, don't mind seeing that. Okay, I don't remember how to enable that's character customization, UI settings, HUD, targets. Oh, I was blind and missed it. Oh, well we already got the plunder knuckles, which I should equip. Yay. I can replay this again sometime later. Right now though, we're level 22. We can easily do the what's it called? We can do all 3 of the old Dawn class quests with ease at this level. And also, we're 10 levels above these desert heists, so they aren't gonna try and attack us. Because that's one of the things about enemies that take on sight. They ignore you if you're 10 levels above. I actually really like that, being able to know what class somebody is just from looking. It does make life a bit easier. And I look forward to making glamour plates later. Okay, you can. Oh, right. I can't apply it because I don't have any set up. I need to remember to set some up. Which I will. I should set up the one that's based off of our base gear. For which, when I have a full set of not weathered jewelry, I will be storing them away. Because I do like to keep the gear that I started the game with, as I think it's more visually appealing. But also it's very obvious the weathered set was not part of the game originally, based on how character creation doesn't ever show them, but you have them when you first start. We'll see where we are in relation to guilds. We're very close to both the Thaumaturge Guild and the Pugilist Guild. So we'll go ahead and... Okay. Didn't I... Oh, it's the Conjurer one. Yeah, I'll equip it later. And we'll switch to a lower level class before turning in the quest objective. So this one can get us better shoes. Alright, but you're safe. I feared you have fallen victim to the Mage Slayer. Have you not heard of the recent spate of gruesome killings taking place within Alda? Each case involves at least one dead Thaumaturge, and every corpse is found bloody, battered, and utterly drained of etheric energy. Ill times aside, I'm glad to see you alive and glowing with vitality. It is time for you to delve into the final chapter of the Yawning Abyss. Kokoboha, our second youngest sibling, will read to you from The Threat of Perplexity. Greetings, Arbor. Are you once more prepared to peruse the pages of power and peril? Then let us begin. The threat of perplexity. Ah, how magnificent the daunting power we wield. Flames pursue, ice transfixes, and lightning dances into the ranks of our enemies. What terror descends when, from all sides, those ranks close? Flames are smothered, ice crushed, and lightning grounded. Know you this threat, and wear you the multitudinous foe. Is the point of this passage readily apparent? It would be most problematic, for example, should you meet this maleflict mage slayer and he or she proves to be multiple burglars. One thaumaturge's needs is a thick-set thrall, or courageous companion to accompany him in case the collective cronies are expected. Now, as for your trial, Kokoboha, pray allow me to suggest a practical course for Arbert's training. The town is buzzing with news of yet more slaughtered thaumaturges. Their mutilated bodies found fouling the waters of Melfica wells. To have Arbor aid me in hunting down the culprit while the trail is yet fresh. Arbor may have tolerated your interruption of his travel last time, Lucy, but you are hardly the hardy henchman he needs to clear such a hazardous hurdle. Your concerns are understandable, brother. If it would allay your fears, I can introduce Arbor to a valiant warrior who recently entered my employ. You have secured the service of a stalwart swordsman, and that would indeed be in line with learning the lesson of the day, perhaps. Kanara, let us be about our business, for Kokoboha has a change of heart, waiting for you in Africa's wells. Is that Kokobusi? It was, but there's definitely something wrong with Kokobusi. And yes, I'm pronouncing it that way because it's funny. Okay, this leads to the Gladiators Guild. Okay, might as well as ignore the iron stuff. Albert, I'm glad you're here. One of our members has been attacked and gravely wounded. I need you to go and help him. I suspect this is the work of more bounty hunters. It may even be a trap to lure more of us into the open. Nevertheless, we cannot ignore our comrade's plight. The last he contacted by Link Pearl, he said he tried to take shelter at the Coffer and Coffer. Take his potion and search for him there. Okay. I already updated the portrait, but oh well. Keeping the spirit alive. Oh, it's you, Arthur. I'm sorry, but I don't know if I have anything to teach you. If I ever did at all. You're far better off training under Chuchuto. You'll find her over yonder. Just leave with me. Jeez, he's depressed. So hopeful to seeing you improve in leaps and bounds with Stirmaster Hammond of his doldrums. Seems more just must be done. Perhaps the end result is not so important as the manner in which you get there. In other words, If you are trained precisely as Master Hummer once did, overcome the self-same challenge that he did as you, I dare say it would stoke the fire of his fighting spirit. Listen well, Arthur. Master once told me that he used to refine his combination by provoking deadly creatures to unleashing their fury upon him. For this purpose, he often went to the southern part of Drybone to fight the hornet clouds there. To this day, the tree trunks that he struck to stir the Vilekin from their hives bear the mark of his fists. Once you seek out these trees and do as Master Haman once did, strike them with a boot-shine combo and fight the hornet clouds that emerge. Once you have felled enough of the creatures to collect 3 of their stingers, return here and present them to Master Haman. They will remind him of better days, I am sure of it. Okay. Station and multiple different locations we need to go to for these quests, but we need to switch to the next class that's getting leveled up, which is going to be Conqueror, actually. I think I'll finish those quests and then do other things. Oh, hello. That's a solo instance. Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operation can resume. Eldar will have the material she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Shan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Mamadi. You'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. No! Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir. I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid for it with my own coin. What rot! You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm gonna say it one more time. Get back what you stole or it'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, there's the interior of your crime. Oh, I am going to personally set this guy on fire. Wait, no, I don't have fire spells right now. I am going to throw a rock at him. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. I believe you. Please, adventurer, help me. I beg of ye. I swear on my mother's grave. I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat my children to a decent meal. Ugh. Yeah, no. And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot, teach them a lesson. Oh, I am going to enjoy this. I'll take care of this. The rest of you can watch. Take this. Rock to the face. Not bad for an adventurer. Should have stopped at 7 Vale. Of course, blaming on the alcohol. Stop bloody gubbing and give me a hand, will ya? Bugger, bugger, bugger! Nice and easy. I'm not even trying. I get paid enough for this. Hey, where the hells do you think you're going? Thank you, you kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over. Oop, vision time! I swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. But you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming in now? It's simple, really. While a number of families survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren, cut off from trade routes, and problems like those not easily solved. They tried to make the best of it. It was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. The calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. But perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Well, Dawn has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does. I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. Hope the presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. Dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Guardian Emperor patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've got no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your dodo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please, come again. Looking around, you think that Abdal was well on his way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity, he'll see no end to the misery and suffering. I think we get more tolerant with these visions to the point that they stop affecting us as much. Because at first we had absolutely no control. They just happen. Sir, are you alright? We don't get any control over them, but we do avoid fainting from them. What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? Yeah, bugger off. Grr, I will overlook this, but just this once. God bless the adventure. You hadn't come along when you did. Who knows what that monster might have done? I don't bear thinking about. One guy was just sitting to watch all that happen. Ever the selfless hero, I see. Hey, Stola. It has been a while, adventurer. I have watched you closely ever since you flew out of Limsa Laminsa. You discharged your duty as the Admiral's personal envoy with admirable humility, and you have displayed unfaltering courage in the face of danger ever since. Whensoever you came upon those in need, you gave them succor with no thought of personal gain. In summary, you have demonstrated all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. For reasons I cannot well explain, your every deed seems invariable to serve the general good, whether you mean it to or not. is a happy knack, and one which speaks volumes for your character. Yet, for all your admirable qualities, it is your gift which intrigues me most. I speak of the visions you experience, visions like the one you had mere moments ago, if I am not mistaken. I can provide you with the means to understand them. The acquaintance of mine is blessed with the self-same talent, you see. If you so desire, I can introduce you to her. She and I fight for a common cause, a cause which would greatly benefit for your support. If you would agree to lend us your strength, we should be glad to do all within our power to aid you in your personal endeavors. Think on my offer a while. Should you decide to accept it, please speak with Ramodi. The Praetors of the Quicksand is a close friend and ally of ours. Inform her that you have been chosen by the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and she will tell you where to find us. Yay! Yeah, once we gain the ability to have retainers, that's where we'll stop for the day. Seems like that are becoming even more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though, if you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself on a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pester me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with a woman folk from time to time. Arbor, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But God, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you've been hard at it with giants in the dark. Freezing! Jesus, Muddy. You're every ill in the adventure of the unknown said you'd be. Arbor, the station master, will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Sorry if that was loud. Oh, before I forget, the class here wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Ada, an adventurer like you, but I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. I was adventuring with my friends in Gridani when I'm sorry, we were in Gridani when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Aver, and he and I were to be wed in spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded, had a friend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. When I think of the man you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as Aver once was. So I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Arberta Zen, at your service. Arbor Zen, I shan't forget. Thank you, Arbor Zen. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. We will meet again, and it's not gonna be good. Adventuring can be cruel, bleeding business. Time was I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want all to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Arbor. What'd you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Arbor, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are. But even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they did. Knowing that, we're still certain you want to get involved. I'll tell you what I can. So, you want to know more than do you? I think that's the prize. I swear if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, none of our 10 adventurers would go through the first. And the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being all done. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, I mean, you can. They're good people, who've made their mission to solve some of the Order's most pressing problems. Of course, any small task, so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join. Individuals like you, Albert. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Acer's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in west of Thamra. The place you're looking for is called the Waking Sands. Give your name to whoever is at the entrance, and you'll be let in. You're a man to man, Arbor. The days ahead promise to be busy. But I hope you won't forget about them as helped make you into the adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you're how you're faring from time to time here. Where well, Tibetius, off you go. Alright, well we will continue that in a bit. First things first though. We want to go and do whichever one of these is this one, which is Blackbrush Station. This is the nearest spot to it. Blackbrush Station, which is Central Thanalan. I look forward to when this class reaches level 25. When we reach level 25 and can store away the friendship circlet. Does this offer strength, dexterity, vitality, and direct hit for babes? Very one direct hit rate 2. Critical hit and determination and get added as well, though it's lowered on the other one. But that's fine. Help me, I can't feel my... Thank you, brother. It all happened so fast. I don't know about the tracks to the north. I don't know who attacked me. I don't know why they left me alive. I dare say the answer is out there. Surely someone saw something. Well, only one way to find out. Fence. The fellow outside? I saw him stumble in when I left the bar to take a piss. He was alone, as I recall. You say he's wounded? Thought he was just drunk. Suspicious characters? Well, now that you mention it, I did see a strange fellow wearing a garish purple robe. At first I thought that he was talking to himself, and then I realized he had a link pearl. Did you say something about the wrong land, the Silver Bazaar? Does that help? It does give me a place to go check out. Purple robe? That sounds really... I always have, I'd swear. Did you find anything else? Pick us up by the tracks, eh? Might well have belonged to the bastard. Can't say I've seen it. It's like before. Might be as women could tell you more. You know him, don't you? He's the bespectacled bloke who's always lounging around Emerald Avenue in the city. Of course, being a businessman that he is, he'll probably ask to be compensated in exchange. Show that brings women. He sure knows something about it. Okay. Ooh, hello. I am gonna go check out what that quest's about. I think that's to do with getting access to what's it called? Materia. Oh, that's cute. What's this? Okay, that's another one of the ones that's available to multiple classes. What do you say if I told you that an inanimate object can possess a soul? They can, believe it or not, but the soul in question is not their own, but that of their owner. Through faithful service, the arms and armor that we use come to hold our spiritual energy. Thus we form a spirit bond with them. The spiritual energy can be drawn out and converted into material, a special kind of crystal that can be attached to gear to enhance its properties. I am well versed in the ways of material extraction. If you wish to learn more about the process, it will be my pleasure to teach you. You're ready to commence your learning? Good. As you will have gathered by now, materia is a crystallized form of spiritual energy. As it is derived from an individual's psyche, a volatile beast at the best of times, a degree of variance is to be expected in its production. In practice means that you won't know the exact properties of a stone until you cradle it in your hand. The material won't grant you much of anything on its own. Its power must be tapped. This is achieved by melting it to gear. Now, know that it takes the deft hands of a craftsman to melt material. You can always seek others to attach material under a hat, but if you would sooner do it yourself, I recommend you speak with Phobos. Melding is her field of expertise. What level crafter do we need for this? 19. Okay, we'll come back when we have a class at that level. But for now... Alright. So that's that. Let's return to Ul'dah. Which always looks so pretty when you see it from a distance. I love how these Umul-Jah just ignored us because they acknowledge we're way stronger than them and they can feel it. It's like, ugh, I'm terrified of him. Let's just leave him alone. That's great. Oh yeah, a thought just occurred to me. I can use the command panel for other things. Like under main commands, for instance. You can find the mount guide and the minion guide. These are all the free mounts that we have. I only have favorites if it's something that actually catches my interest. For instance, or one that I obtain as part of the story. Which is the case for the wind-up airship. Everything else is not. I'm gonna have the wolf pup following me. Yay. Just in case I ever feel like changing up which minion I have out. Although admittingly I'm not actually that big a fan of the airship one. Like, it's a good one, don't get me wrong. but I prefer others. Well, there's women. Well now, but ain't Ardbert, everyone's favorite venture. I hear you threw your lot in with the gladiators. Questionable decision given the events of recent days, but reach his own. What do I owe with pleasure? Boy, put that away before someone sees it. Where in the seven hells do you get one of those rings? What, don't you recognize the sigil? God, Sam fool. Before you go stumbling around the brush, you ought to at least know what kind of venomous bastards you're lurking within. The long time since Audacia criminal organization rise from obscurity and notoriety as quickly as the Alacrim. Word is they've got connections to the brass blazes syndicate and God knows who's else. But you didn't hear that from me. I want no part of whatever mess you and your mates have gotten yourselves into. Understood? Okay. So we've got a gang of vicious people. Well, let's go see if we can deal with them. Wrong side. I agree with what the person in the Novice Network is saying. It is a game that's relatively easy enough to get into. Oh, Arba, I was wondering when you might return. What news do you bring of our injured comrade? He was attacked by a member of the Alacrim. Alacrim? I find that hard to believe, but no matter. One of our comrades returned from Stone's Throw moments ago. A gang of bandits is said to be headed for the Silver Bazaar. They're after a man with an enormous bounty on his head. People living there are in grave danger. In their frenzy to find their quarry, the bandits won't scruple to destroy property and harm civilians. A few brass blades stationed there will be powerless to stop them. We must stop them, Margaret. We'll protect the Silver Bazaar and avenge our injured guildmen, all in one fell swoop. A bit melodramatic, if you ask me. Aldous, I told you never to come here again. I couldn't sit idly by while you charged his battle against an enemy you knew nothing about. Mila, a responsible guildmaster would never risk the lives over charges like that. Who are you to lecture me about responsibility? Mila, listen to me. This is the Alacrim you're dealing with. So, whatever notoriety they may have achieved means nothing to me. We'll cut them down like the common bandits they are. It's not that simple. More importantly, it's not your fight. What are you saying? They want me, Mila. I've been fending off assassination attempts ever since I returned to Battleland. Just stay here and let me handle this. It'll be over soon, I promise. Stay here while you go off on your own? Is that it? It's been 7 years since I let you leave, Aldous. 7 years. Do you have any idea at all what you put me through? Mila, I don't want to hear it, you selfish bastard. Do you even care about the people who suffered because of you? Just get out. We don't need your help. We'll settle this ourselves. Mila, wait, there's something you need to know. Enough! Get out! Get out! Alright. Save some of that for the Alacrim. But do try not to let Ardbert here come to harm while you're at it. I'll be fine. Like, I worry more about people who are going to try and hurt me than I do myself. Ah! Sorry. I am very focused on the game and I'm not... It's hard for me to split my focus and check the chat. This is why I really need a moderator or something who can help me get my attention. Or I wonder. One moment. I'm gonna take a look at something. Let's see. Commands. Let's see. Add a command. Template. Is there any way to... Let's see. Twitch. How audio. Add sound alerts. Okay. Creator dashboard. Okay. On the list, alerts. Create alert box. Sparks alerts. Edit alerts. Alright, new follower is on. Let's see. New variant. Well. Okay. Let's. Variant name. Check chat. What condition? No, I need to. I need to. Okay, I need to find out. Let's see. Ba, 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 ba. No. Work. Goals. Crowd control. Nope. Stream elements, stream apps. Okay. How to add sound alerts. Nope. I'm trying to figure out how to add one that's specifically for, Okay, let's see. Okay. If anyone has, I'm gonna post the thing on Blue Sky about it. If anyone knows how to set up a command on Twitch to create an audio alert to notify me that I need to check the chat when I get so engrossed in the game that I forget to do so. Please tell me. I feel really bad for not responding to people because I'm too focused on the game. And post. There we go. Hopefully somebody will get back to me because that will bug me if I don't figure out how to deal with it. Where is Silver Bazaar? West. But yeah, I'm doing alright. Hopefully it was a good decision for you to join us and watch. I do hope you enjoy it. I do apologize for not responding. Hence why I took a moment there to try and see if I could figure out a way to fix that. I get way too engrossed in the game and don't really flick my head to look at the at Streamlabs as much as I should. Realistically, I would love it if I could adjust the setup that I have so I can have my screens better positioned. Or to have a moderator who can message me via Discord whenever I'm not looking at the chat, just to tell me, hey, you need to. Probably what I'm gonna do is if there is a command, I'll probably set it up so that each person can only use the check chat thing every 5 to 10 messages they send. I'll have to have some sort of restriction on it. The main reason why I probably don't pay attention to the chat that much is because I don't usually have that many people in it. Usually people are watching us after the fact, which mildly annoying. I wish I could make more money off of streaming, but well. There are, Bert. Everyone's already in position. Are you prepared? Yes. Okay. I took on more than I could handle there. Let's not do that. group. Volunteer child. Hey, I'm also. Any left? Or is that it? Duty complete. Yay. I hate the failure was purely on me trying to take on too much at once. Rejoice, gladiators, for the day is ours. That must be their leadership. She recognizes him, I think. But why would you be? Leave him to us first, sword. No, stop! Such brittle blades, so easily broken. Perhaps the first sword is made of stronger steel. Leave her, Zaina. Our business here is over. The matching blade. What have you done, Levold? First sword, we must withdraw. The wounded need tending. Let us take them back to the guild. Well. Switch to Thaumaturge and go to its nearest quest and do it. Hakete papa. Okay, I have like 15 minutes before I need to get ready to head to work. So I got a shower before I go. Arbor, so good of you to come. My Rogadin friend here is the warrior I mentioned back at the ossuary. Now, there's no time to waste. Why don't you head into the stream and examine the bodies of the slain mages? I would go with you, but with my delicate stomach, I fear I might contaminate the scene. Remember, if you're looking for anything that might help us track down this killer. Alright, so it was clearly a mage of some description who did this. Very most likely our possessed friend. Ah, poor Lucy. Did you uncover anything incriminating? A bloody scepter, the blood seared around the head is still sticky to the touch. Shredded toes, both of the ears have been torn apart by something sharp like claws. So much blood covering this piece of jewelry that it is impossible to tell from what it is made. The blood is yet slick to the touch. The slaughter must have been recent indeed. The villain may yet lurk nearby. Return to the creek where the bodies lay and linger for a time. I dare say your aura, saturated it is with enticing ethereal energy, will lure the mage slayer into the open. Have courage, Albert. Our burly companion stands ready to leap to your aid. No, he doesn't. He is. I'm pretty sure he's just there for show. I think we're a high enough level that the boss fights will bother us. Yep, let's do this. Soul sucking in. Aha! The demon shows his claws. I'll keep busy. You just focus on the ultimate. Fastest. Stay well here. Look, the big bugger sleep. I can take it at once. I moved that around because I remember that I have a power spell that I actually want to use Swift cast with. Yay. Let's take care of that. I'm off to collect Reborn. Hopefully that actually is it. It seems your partnership with our higher blade went splendidly. It is unfortunate, though, that one of the imps was able to flutter away. Oh, did you not notice? You wouldn't wish to report to Kokoboho with your trial but half finished, would you? Of course not. I'm afraid, however, that the Ruganin has already collected his recompense and departed for the nearest alehouse. What to do? Surely a thaumaturge of your caliber can handle a single imp, yes? If I'm not mistaken, it fled into that little cave over there. Hurry now, before it slips away into some hidden nook or cranny. Yeah, our possessed friend is trying to lure us into a trap. And I know it's a trap, but we have to spring the trap. Well, glad to see you came to our aid. That is not Kokobushi. Well, it is Kokobushi. But a Kokobushi possessed by the void scent that escaped Momo's urn. It was feeding on the etheric energy of all those slain thaumaturge. And you, my dear man-of-rich Ardbert, were to be next. I have wanted to absorb your delicious powers since the moment we met. A pity this is such an amusing charade. However did you see through it? I am Kokobushi's brother. How could I not? It's time I destroyed you, Mormo, for a stop to these sinister killings. As the eldest, I must take responsibility for family's misadventures. A coward like you destroyed me. Your opening strike should have pierced my heart, but instead you aimed for the knife. Fear stays your hand. Fear that slaying me will also slay your sibling. Of course. Of course. Poor spineless thaumaturge. I shall, however, leave you with a pleasant thought. It was Kokobushi's fervent wish to amass this power. He craved the arcane's strength to satisfy his brother's sin. What a shame that he must now stand against you. It pains me to admit, but there is some truth to that creature's word. I surrendered the perfect opportunity to end this. I betray my own teachings. Return to the ossuary, report the completion of your trial, Albert. I will remain here for a time and gather my thoughts. You're gonna have to tell your siblings that one of you is possessed. I hope you realize that. Alright, so Gladiators Guild, Thaumaturge's Guild, Monk. Pugilist, whatever you want to call it. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use teleportation to get to where I need to. I won't use payments for it. Yeah. Wrong way. Don't try and climb the hill. There you go. Yeah. Use boot shine. One. Wrong button. It's cheap enough, I don't care about how much it costs. I should get more Etherite tickets somehow. I'll see if I can find a route away to do that. Wait. Monks. Pugilist is directly opposite. Yeah, we'll start wearing gear that is relevant as soon as we gain some relevant gear. But for now. What is it now? Can't you leave a feeble old man in peace? Balls, ball, these are hornet stings. You trained as I once did out in Drybone? Those hornet claws were right pesky buggers. I lost count of the times they stung me. I remember the places well enough. Pain was unbearable. I always stood my ground. The memories of my younger days come flooding back to me, but I wouldn't give to relive them. Albert, I want you to fight me. Right here, right now. Make me remember what it's like to be young again. To have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Sure. I can do that. Ready or not, here I come. The fact that he's level 1. Ugh, that'll be a bruise. Oh, he leveled up. Yes, started to come back to me. You won't have it so easy this round, Albert. You sure about that? You're still only level 4. No respect for the elderly. I do, but you asked for this. I'm not gonna go easy on you. Yes, my strength returns. Come on, let's go. One more round. Again? Skylar Myers persistence. Get ready to feel the power of Hamon Holy Fist. I'm just getting started. More of it. Give me more. Feels so alive. Duty complete. Cool. You only got to level 8, but or 12 if you gained 4 levels from that, like you did the first time. Or maybe he doubled. You know. Unless his level was going by the fidget notch sequence. Who knows? Haha, gosh, I've felt some bigger since forever. When I'm fighting you, it's as though I'm fighting a younger self. There's still hope for these old bones. I'll make my comeback yet. See if I don't. What are you doing, old man? Learning how to walk? Why are you guys here? Wake for White Axe. Ain't uncalled in ages. No, since the day you defeated me on Blood Sands. I gave a prize fighting after that for the humiliation, but it weren't long till I found a place in the Alacrit. The boy Rukuta works for me now. Imagine my surprise when I learned to use the train under the mighty Holy Fist. But Holy Face ain't nothing but a name these days, so how do you sleep at night knowing how flaccid you become? Of course, if you're having trouble, that's my phone. One moment. The alarm to tell me I need to wrap things up. Of course, if you're having trouble nodding off, you can always try a whiff of solace. I'll even give you a complimentary sample. But like it's not during old sort like you will wake up, whatever wake up. Shut your mouth, Wingfa, or else shut it for you. Now, let's be civilized for a day. We're all friends after all. And friends help each other out. You mentioned making a comeback just now? If you're serious about it, I'd be glad to lend a helping hand. By way to motivate you, how about we have us a rematch? Of course, take place in public, just like old times. Oh, and there should be a fitting purse as well. Let's say the winner gets the pugilist gift. What? That's ridiculous, Master. We're not obligated to take him up on this. This must be your little nursemaid. Rest assured, after I've taken over the guild, I'll keep Ron as my personal assistant. I am going to punch him so fucking hard. You really mean to him? I have no fear, Chuto. Master? I only put undue pressure on you. Your veil rests on upon your shoulders. I don't believe this. Listen to me, Chuto. I know I can do this. I just need Arbor to keep getting stronger, as he's been doing so far. Finding him reminds me of who I used to be. I'm confident I can be that man again. If you're feeling apprehensive about this rematch, I don't blame you. I'm not blind to reality. If I were to face Whitfire as I am now, I'd be down for the count in my heartbeats. If you're not lying dead in a pool of my own blood, I'm determined to win, and I can with your help. Your presence sets my fighting spirit to raging, Arbor. So keep at your training. I promise to do the same. If you've grown stronger, return here, and we'll both continue our lesson. Turning Thaumaturge. And then we'll go turning Paladin or Gladiator after that. I still keep doing that of saying the name of the upgraded class instead of the version we're currently working on. No, far from it. I have been streaming for ages. Just, struggling to get live viewers is all. Arbor, Kokabuki has advised me of your adventures. It seems the Mage Slayer slithered away, but your stint with the Swordsman was nonetheless successful. Consider this chapter complete. Your time with our tome of teaching is at an end. But to be completely accurate, there is an addendum with additional advice, but Kokabuki is extracurricular. You gotta delve into those diabolical depths. Not yet deigned to die, you understand. I have yet to inform my brothers of Kokabuki's misfortune. I have yet to reconcile the maelstrom within my own mind. The most fundamental lesson of thaumaturgy man I studied the creature where it stood. It was the most opportune moment to strike. Minimal risk, and victory all but assured. How many more will suffer from my hesitation and my cowardice? It will likely be some time, however, before more noble surfaces to kill again. Now that we have uncovered the deception, Voisin will seek a new hunting ground where Kokabusi's face is unknown. Though the respite may be brief, I must devote this time to considering my next course of action. Pray, leave me to my musings, Ardbert. Yep, that's better. I should actually check quickly if the pugilist weapon is better. Apparently the answer is... okay, hold on. Strength is slightly higher. This one has determination though, and critical hit, whereas that one has direct hit rate. I think the damage output's the same, though this one's auto attack is... I think, is that better or worse? I think it's better. Okay. I think I'll go ahead and equip it to get better. Ah well. Let's switch to Gladiator. We'll go over to the Gladiator Guild. Yeah. If you are interested in checking out my old streams, I think I set up command for this. No? Apparently I didn't. Okay, in that case, let us make one. Check out my old streams over on my YouTube channel if you want to watch years worth of content. Then dashboard, paste the link. Now if I try that again, there you go. Easy way to go to communicate to people where to find my older streams. Because I have been doing this for years at this point, just never hit affiliate because I don't get enough live viewers, which is always sad. Give me a moment, Albert, I need to think. I'm always spare you this, Mila. I begged you not to go. You knew all this. That Nevold and I once fought side by side in the Colosseum. The twin swords of Nal Dal, they called us. Never lost a match, honored by the bull of Alamigo himself. But that was then and this is now. When I learned the bull single-handedly transformed the Alakron from a gang of common thieves into the most feared criminal organization in Thanalan, I knew I had to return. It seems like a lifetime ago the three of us used to train together in this hall. Well, of old I knew would never stoop so low. He was a good man, strong and true. What would drive him to do this? When I find him, I'll be sure to ask. Unfortunately, he seems determined to kill me for my curiosity. What aren't you telling me all this? I'm not clever enough to keep secrets with you. I'm a simple man, only capable of dealing with what's right in front of me. Is that so? I'll find him, Mila. I promise. Alright, well that's another quest done. So next stop, switch over to Conjurer. And teleport to Horizon. And then from there we'll walk to Vesper Bay. Once we get to Vesper Bay, we will complete the quest there, and then that'll be it for today, I think. I think completing Vesper Bay will be a good way to start, to finish this. After all, this is the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Not interested in fighting, mate. I just want to get to where I need to get to. Finish the mission so that I can go and hire retainers. Because once I can hire retainers, it'll be a lot easier to level up things. Tataru, our first meeting. Where's a Tataru? Deep in the desert of my heart, the lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. True-lo-lo-lo-lo-lo-lo. Ah! I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... Arbert is that. Here at the Hest of Ishtola. Says apologies, may I please have your name? Oh, yeah. I'm here on behalf of the Hest of Ishtola. My name's Arbert Azem. Arbert Azem. Here you are. I bid you welcome to Waking Sounds, headquarters of Scions of Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. Using a link first time entering the Waking Sounds. For me, in FF14 terms of how long I've been playing this game for, this is like years since we've been here. I take it you are Arbor Sam. Tataru sent word that you arrived. Lady Nymphelia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, please. And here all our...
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much.
Yep.
Well met, friend. My name is Nymphelia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
God,
I have awaited your coming.
her voice has changed so much.
Please, be at ease. You are among friends here.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do.
Yep.
We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body?
Yep.
All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power. And this power is strong within you.
So that's how we're able to understand people even when they speak languages that we don't.
It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose.
Yep, that is a problem.
That's right. I too possess the echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace.
Yeah, they are a problem.
Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Yeah, I can do that. Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies. And at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tom. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You need to consult a retainer vocate regarding particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I will entrust you with our Order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray, keep it safe. Retainers! Yay, we can now get them. Retainers are incredibly useful, so I will definitely get a few of them. We Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are godlike beings known as primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what is your desire for yourself, but what it was that first brought you Eorzea, but I firmly believe the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, our fruit. I shall go whither the wild rose bloom.
I take it you will help us.
Yep.
Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order.
Yay.
Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard.
Okay.
The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Papa Limo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there.
Welcome!
Okay.
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
God, she sounds so different now.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
I think his voice barely changed.
Welcome to the team.
His did so much.
If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
We've met.
Greetings. I have been expecting you. Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Will do.
Dawn may banish even the dark.
Darkest nights, yeah.
The words of a dear friend. I'm glad of our meeting.
God, his voice has also changed a lot.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
God, her voice has also changed.
In time, I
It's
hope
weird
you will
playing
come to
Realm
think of
Reborn
us
and
as
thinking,
family.
oh God, all these actors are gonna get replaced at some point.
But
All because the
without
actors
further
decided
ado,
they should get new talent.
I would
in.
assign you your first task. Urianger,
That's what
have the
the story
documents
was.
arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
Oh, we need
At a
to
glance,
investigate this.
one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day.
However,
This time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
please explain
Aye.
more.
The evidence left behind implicates the Emolja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation.
Yeah, I can do that.
You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ul'dah.
Ever at your service, dear fellow.
Alright, I think I'll talk to him, see where if he sends us somewhere else. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, our mission is to investigate crystal robbery and a spate of abductions. Crimes we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is likely that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Since the attack on their caravan, our friends at Ammo, Gina and Sons Mural Concern have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybo, so that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. Okay, yeah, we can do that. It's going well, I think. Made a lot of progress. We can now get retainers. My intention was to play today until I got the ability to get retainers, because I could use them to store gear and resources until such a time as I can use them. So I think this, with the fact that I want to do some leveling with that stuff, would actually be a good place to stop for today. I know you've just come in there, but the stream itself will go up to my YouTube in a few days, along with other past streams, although I am retaining the past streams so you can watch any of the most recent. But yeah, we're going to be wrapping up now, so I need to update my end stream message, but I'll pop it in there. Unfortunately, I do have work today, so I'm going to have to wrap things up as I need to shower and get ready to go. So until next time, guys, as always, I've been Sparks, and I hope you all have a lovely day. See yous!